let's go ahead and start talking about anatomy. So let's start with female anatomy and what is on the outside. The entire outside of the female external genitalia is known as the vulva. The vulva consists of what are called the labia majora, which are the outer fatty lips that are covered in hair. The labia minora are the inner lips without hair, and these can be a lot of different shapes, sizes. They can be dark and wrinkled or pink and smooth. The clitoris is the bump on the inside at the top of the labia. It contains a lot of nerve fibers, are very sensitive. The urethra is just below the clitoris. It's the opening where urine comes out. The vaginal opening is the opening to the vagina. The hymen is the rim of tissue at the vaginal opening. And the mons is kind of the fatty mound where pubic hair grows. So on the inside, we have the uterus, which is a muscular structure that holds a baby during pregnancy. The cervix is the opening to the uterus, and that's what's examined during a pap smear. The vagina is the tube that connects the outside to the inside, so that's the passageway for periods, sperm, and a baby at birth. Fallopian tubes are tubes that are from the uterus that deliver the egg after ovulation. So the egg kind of goes up through the fallopian tube. The ovary, those are two small structures that are about the size of a walnut next to the fallopian tubes. The endometrium is the lining of the uterus that sheds every month when you have a period. When does a girl need a pelvic exam? So a pelvic exam is really not the same thing as a pap smear. A pap smear is a screen for cervical cancer. It's a very specific thing. You all don't need a pap smear until you're 21. And most importantly, you don't need a pelvic exam until the age of 21 either, unless you have a problem. So if you have a problem like discharge or pain or bleeding, you may need a pelvic exam for that. But most importantly, you don't need a pelvic exam to start birth control. The only birth control method that requires a pelvic exam is something called an intrauterine device. So let's move on to males. So on the outside, we obviously have the penis, which is the structure that allows passage of urine and semen. It has a lot of nerve endings that provide sensation. The average length of a flaccid penis is 3 to 4 inches, and the average length of an erect penis is about 5 to 7 inches. The scrotum is a muscular sac that holds the testes, controls temperature, and provides support. Urethra is the opening for passage of urine and semen. So let's talk about what's on the inside. The testes produce sperm and sex hormones, something called testosterone. The epididymis allows maturation of sperm, so it allows the sperm to mature. The vas deferens provides storage for sperm and allows passage of sperm. The seminal vesicles contribute fructose or sugar to semen, so that nourishes sperm. And the prostate gland produces most of the fluid that makes up semen. So when should a male get an exam? So sports physicals, males may have to undergo an exam at that point, and that's really to check for things like hernias. An exam is needed for things like discharge lesions, ulcers, lumps, or pain with urination. And then as you get older, your physician may talk to you about a testicular self-exam.